you obviously shot lots of stuff. Will there be some extra stuff on the DVD?
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of extra us laughing.
Yeah, it'll be a laughing reel.
It'll be a lot
The
of
gag reel
us
is on us,
showing
basically.
what poor actors we are by not being able to not laugh. Not being able to keep a straight face.
I think we could make a, like we were saying earlier, like a sequel or a trilogy with all the extra stuff.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of extra stuff. I guarantee you.
And I bet some of that will be Paul trying to seduce you. How do you keep a straight face?
I didn't. The camera was on the back of my head, and I was literally trying not to make sound. I was doing the silent laugh, and the tears were rolling down my face, and somehow he just plowed right through it and kept going. It was unbelievable. But I also feel the pressure every now and then where you're like, okay, it's only funny for me, and everyone else is having a good time, but on take 14, people are not having fun anymore, and so if times everyone's laughing with you, and then they just start wanting to get angry.
Weirdly, it's funnier.
Yeah, exactly. It's when you're not supposed to laugh.
When you see
starting to shake.
You go home, you're like, no, but this is hysterical. Oh, this is the funny.
Oh, God.
What was the hardest thing for you to keep a straight face too?
I had a monologue one time. That monologue, which I think is in the movie, where I list all the technology that I'm intimidated by.
Yes.
And I could not keep a straight face. And then there was a run also. There was some run that was like, listen, I know what it's like on the outside, where I started talking about like, you got Charlie Sheen on speed dial, ounce of coke under the thing, and sleeping with a 45. You're paranoid. You're living in a penthouse in Miami Beach. Like it was this long.
Now you can do it.
Wainian. I know. Now
of course.
I can do it just fine. Now I can even remember it. And I was laughing a lot at that. Everything, but almost every scene, Catherine Hahn, I could not look at.
Oh
literally, there
my
were
God.
times where I'd have to like,
ridiculous.
sort of just like Catherine Hahn's over here, and then I would just have to just look like this. I'm trying to pretend like I'm listening, like, oh, I know, looking, but not looking.
She's
at
kind of
Hahn.
amazing, yeah.
Because she's so freaking.
You have to tell me a bit about your characters and
is like free-spirited, free-loving, kind of hippy-dippy girl who lives at this commune. You know, there's not much to her, really. She's not really kooky. She's just kind of free-loving.
Yeah, she's just
free-spirited.
Easygoing. She has no hang-ups.
Yeah.
That's really the
happy
thing
to
about
share
all
herself
the characters.
and her sexual chakras
None
with everybody.
of them have hang-ups.
Nope.
Unlike everybody in the world.
Kieran has a few hang-ups.
Kieran does have a few hang-ups.
She has a few issues.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my character had no hang-ups, no sexual hang-ups, no. He's just all good.
But what is there about? There's something about bearded guru guys that are always slightly nefarious.
I'm telling you, man. I know. Manson was the model for that guy. Like he was like, that was the guy who I studied closely.
Handsome.
Like literally, because there's something culty about them. There's something kind of like, anyone who can sort of put the woo-woo over people and sort of make them live the way he wants to live, and kind of, even though he says there's no rules, there clearly are rules that he has laid down, So, yeah, I don't know what it is about those guys. They're spooky.
And how was it with the beard? And I guess that was a wig?
It was a wig, yes. Thankfully brought my hairline up just a little bit. No, the beard was, the wig was great, because once you put on the wig, you kind of have the guy with the beard. The beard was torture, because in Georgia in August, I don't know if you've ever been down there.
Not with the beard, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
I mean, I haven't tried the beard.
I highly encourage you to put a beard on and take a drive to the south in mid-August, because
or don't.
Or don't.
Probably don't.
If you want to experience something, try that, because you literally cannot wear makeup. You just immediately start flop sweating.
So can you talk about why leaving the rat race behind and these two characters played by Paul and Jennifer coming to this hippie commune? I mean, it's kind of relevant for today, right? There's something about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone looks for an escape somewhere. It's just, and the grass is always greener, and the only problem is that it really isn't always greener, because there's always pros and cons to everything. So I feel like it is definitely runs a parallel with life in general. You have to find your zen somewhere. You have to get a moment for yourself and just recoup your energy, and otherwise you can go crazy, and especially in a relationship, you have to rekindle that love and keep it going and find creative ways. So I think people will be able to relate to wanting to get out and find, but hopefully, or whatever. If they want to go join a commune, why not?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
look.
But we're not pushing for it. But if you like it, do
start
it.
A commune. And it's a wish fulfillment what those characters experience. They really want to go, and it's, you know, I think all of us have these moments where we're in our lives or our jobs or whatever, we think like, oh, it would just be so nice to just vanish and be like somewhere else, and you know,
Totally.
raise, you know.
You're really that good on guitar, or is that somebody else's hands?
I keep vacillating between whether I should take the credit for this.
You know, the real guitarist might come forward in that case. If you do, he might be like, that liar.
I'm going to take a stab at it. Yes, that's me playing guitar. No, we had a wonderful flamenco guitarist who came in and did all the fret work, and then I did the face work, which arguably takes just as much training and skill to do.
Well, yeah, that is arguable,
like
for
this,
sure.
You know.
We can argue about that for a while.
I'm sure you've been practicing guitar faces since you were young.
Yeah. Well, my mom wanted me to be a guitar bassist for a long time, so I kind of went on you know, she started me early. I missed all my soccer games, and yeah,
just practicing guitar faces.
Just me alone in a window while everyone else played doing guitar faces.
It's a sad childhood.
I know. No, there was a very talented guy who came in and did all the guitar, and then we did some slight tricks where we pan up to my face quickly and then pan down in there somewhere as a cut.
But can you talk a little bit about how the rivalry with George, and how quite often a guy who can play guitar will win the girl? Because Jennifer Aniston's character's like,
I know,
oh.
She's in love with it. I think it's that thing of like, I don't know. I think everyone has had someone in their life who's just that guy who's like sort of better at everything, and there's nothing you can do to really beat that guy. Like there's the guy who's great at sports, and then there's the guy, he's sort of the commune version of that. Like he sleeps outside, he has no sexual hang-ups, he plays guitar brilliantly, he can probably cook, he can do hacky sack, whatever it is. So it's that guy who's just frustratingly easygoing, you know, which Paul's character George definitely is not.
And also musicians. I mean, come on. There's something really sexy about a man playing an instrument. Or a woman.
Guitar.
A flamenco guitar.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. Or a woman playing a sousaphone.
Picking it with those fingers.
Yeah.
Sousaphone.
I don't know even what that looks like.
Neither do I.
Can you also talk about working with Ken and David? Obviously they wrote this.
Oh.
Must be a little bit strange.
Lovely.
They're great. I mean, we've had like a lot. I mean, like they know comedy very well, so that they can also deconstruct it in a way where they always have some really funny sort of left of center take on a joke or a piece of scene or writing or whatever. They're just really funny guys.
I mean, it was a great script to begin with that they wrote, and then just to have them sort of being the leaders of this crazy bunch, and really just, you felt so, or I didn't know, speaking for myself, but I think everyone kind of trusted them in their comedic timing, and everyone sort of had worked with one another at one point in time, and so it just felt really comfortable, and it was collaborative, and everyone was welcome to come in with ideas. They wouldn't know his work, and not all of them made it the cut, but always able to try new things, and so they were fantastic to work for.
And that's good for the DVD, because there's all the extra stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.